Good evening, gamers. How are you all doing this fine day? Hello, Double Red Rainbow John Sword. Welcome. Welcome all. I'm doing pretty well, I think. Okay, I won't be able to stream for too long today, because I do need to get some stuff done still, but yeah, we'll see. Maybe like 3 hours should be fine. I still need to make my stream for this week, or stream schedule for this week too, but I'm gonna be so busy this upcoming week. I think I can find time, but I'm a little busy. But how are you all doing? Anything exciting happened, or anything you're looking forward to? For me also, recently I got to go to arcade. Yippee! Arcade. I love arcade. It was so much fun. I'm already looking forward to the next time I can go. I got to play some DDR, which was fun. So I played a little bit before at some other arcades, but I didn't understand how to change the difficulty level, There were only like easy difficulties. So I was like, I like the songs, but I don't want to be stuck doing these. But I figured out, I had to look it up, but apparently on this version of DDR, you have to you can't go through the song category folders, you have to go to all songs, and then from there, you can choose whatever difficulty, and then there's also a menu to filter by song category. It's kind of annoying, but whatever, I figured it out, so. Good luck with your busy schedule. Thank you. Yeah, I'll be busy, but there's some fun things in there as well, so yeah. Jumped me last week at part-time. I'll only be able to sleep more than 4 hours. Oh, nice! Sleeping only 4 hours. I don't think I could do that. I feel like I really need a solid 8 to 10-ish hours of sleep. Yeah. I used to be able to like pull all-nighters like they're nothing, but I just can't do that anymore. I really cannot. I get so tired. Like to the point where I just cannot function, you know? I'm like, I need sleep. I become like a zombie. Interesting, yeah. I saw people were speculating that it's like, it's so that people who are like new to DDR don't just pick like too hard of stages and then die and become discouraged. Cause in DDR, it's like, I think if you fail a song, that's just it for your credit. Like you can't play the rest of the songs. Unless it was like the last song on credit, but I guess it makes sense. I guess Sound Voltex is kind of similar in a way. If you don't, if you're on light start, so there's like, well, okay, there's a lot of game modes in Sound Voltex. But for the normal one, where you would play like 3 songs, there's light start and standard start. And so with light start, which is usually what people would pick, I think, especially if they knew, because usually it's cheaper than standard start. But at some places they're set to the same thing, which is actually the case for the arcade I went to. So that was kind of nice. I just chose standard start all the time, but so with standard start, it lets you like choose any difficulty level, and then it also lets you like not fail out of your credit, I think. But with light start, if you like die on the first song, you can't play the second and third songs. And then also for your first song, I think you can only do up to level 16 or so for the song difficulty. Yeah, then on standard start you can start with any difficulty rating you want. But with light start you can also get over that by doing skill analyzer to prove to prove that you can successfully do 17s. But yeah, it's like, I guess it makes sense, but you know, there's like a beginners folder for a reason, right? Why would they make it that way in the actual song category folders as well? I need to try DDR and I'm not sure it's real around me though. It's so much fun! It's so fun. Yeah. I don't know, yeah. Are there like... do round ones exist outside of America and Japan? Actually, they surely exist in like other Asian countries, I guess, but if you have one of those near you, they should definitely have DDR. I guess this is an American chain, Dave & Buster's. Actually, wait, sorry, this is a tangent, but I was thinking about this earlier. But do other countries have Pop-Tarts? Do they? I'm just curious. But, anyways. It's fun though, DDR. Though I think I'm more used to, Pump It Up, which is like another one of those, like, buttons on the floor type game, type of the game. But the buttons on it, there's one in the center, and then they're diagonal instead of like making a cross, you know, the buttons. Yeah. I think I kind of prefer the diagonal buttons, but I like the song selection for DDR. It's fun playing Vocaloid songs. Yeah, 24-hour stream dream, I know, right? I mean, maybe someday, maybe, but like, I don't know. Oh, Juice, please give me well deserved 12 hours of sleep. Yeah, exactly. With naps also, I can never take like a less than an hour nap. I feel like it has to be at least an hour, preferably like maybe 2 hours or 4, something like that. Yeah, you all look cute today, say it back. You all look cute today. Congratulations. Smarties are different in America and Canada. Oh, really? Interesting. That VR rhythm game arcade developers specifically retained Discord. Wow! VR rhythm game. Yeah, it's interesting. Going to arcades and seeing that they have like some VR games and stuff. But after I got to sit down for 10 minutes, so then I'm ready to work for another 6 hours. Oh, go for another 6 hours. I see. Wow. I just cannot. Well, usually if I'm taking a nap in the first place, it's not... I mean, I don't know. I'm just like in desperate need of sleep. Not doing most of the days left here, everything was a huge surprise. I see, I see. Oh yeah, but also at the arcade, you know, there was Dance Around and Tittle Tick Connect. They're so fun. I feel like they're both really embarrassing. Well, okay, for different reasons. Well, partially the same. But for Dance Around, it's kind of like Just Dance, you know? Like you're mirroring their movements, but it's like, you know, you can pick like anime songs and such. But it's embarrassing because you're just like dancing in public. It's fun though. It's really fun. I really do enjoy it actually. But you can make like your avatar Miku. But it's fun. A little mortifying though. And then with Tittle Tick Connect, it's like you can also choose, you know, like Vocaloid music and such. But then there's like the navigators, you know? Actually, I don't know what they're called, like your partners maybe? But so then you have like the anime character there and you're just like standing. Like they're like life-sized, you know, on the screen. And you touch where their hands touch the screen. Like there's different colors differentiating the different hands you're supposed to use, and they spin around, and like you don't have to spin with them, but it's like fun to kind of like, you know, dance along with them. But that's also so embarrassing, especially because they're loud when they speak. They're loud, and it's like sorry for dancing with an anime girl. That reminds me also! Probably no one else saw this, but I was gonna say, did anyone else see? But apparently at round ones in the US, they, like, in Sound Voltics, the main character, her name is Rasis, and she, you know, yeah. And she like appears on like the start screen and stuff, but the round ones just took her out. I guess because it is a family-friendly establishment. I don't know, she's not even that bad. I mean, it just, you know, she has some physics though, I guess, which is why. But I was going through, like, you know, the crew members the other day, and then there's just a no crew option. You can just play without your anime character navigator there. But apparently her voice lines still play, so there's just disembodied voice saying like your score and stuff. It's funny. But make sure you're sleeping enough, my liege. I'm trying my best. I gotta get better at time management. Yeah. Is it better to wear hair tie when playing the dance game? My hair goes all over the place. Yeah. It definitely helps to wear a hair tie. That way your hair doesn't get, like, you know, sweaty or anything too, I guess. I guess you could also wear one of those like sweat headband things. Yeah, touching hands. They actually had a collab. And so one of the characters you can choose to have as your like partner is Nene from Hololive. But yeah, there's actually quite a few Hololive songs in there. Oh my god, round one. Oh. Is the right half is not doing enough? Ah, I see, I see. Yeah, maybe a hair tie would be good then. I don't know if there's anything else really. Yeah. Hair tie, headband. Yeah. Oh, but then so doing that made me really in the mood to play Just Dance, you know? So I went and I was looking at my Switch and I was like, maybe I'll boot it up and I'll play for a little bit, you know? Cause I did buy Just Dance 2022 for the Switch, right? But they took it off the store. They like made a new app, and so I just can't play 2022 anymore. I can only like buy 2024. I don't think I can even do online without buying 2024. And then I was looking around, and apparently with Just Dance they don't do like physical discs anymore. It's usually don't actually on it. Yeah, it's actually true. They took away my Just Dance. But yeah, apparently they, even if you like buy it at a store, it's just like you get a code. You get a code to get it on your like console, you know? It's like, man, Just Dance. Like, I guess I have my old Wii discs, but my Wii... I mean, I guess... Okay, well... At the, like, main TV, there's, like, a receiver we have. And a few years ago, we, like, got a new one. And it, like, doesn't support the type of, like, adapter the Wii needs. But maybe I could, like, get an adapter for it. To be able to adapt to it, the receiver, and I can play on the Wii again. So, yeah. But then I was also, I was looking, and apparently Just Dance 2025, also they're always like a year ahead with the Just Dance year versions, but apparently Just Dance 2025 is actually coming out a month from today, October 15th. So I'm like, should I just wait and get that one? I don't know. But then it's also like, you know, well, I could just play with like YouTube videos of the songs. Like, I don't actually have to have the game. Like, any song you can think of that was in Just Dance is on YouTube. But I want to be able to save my scores. I wanna have my high score. Speaking of that, though, I guess my scores from 2022 are all gone, though, huh? But man, I mean, I guess on the Wii, on the old games, I guess my scores are still, those scores are still there. Yeah, mean for real. Bioshock or Switch X, or skipped on buying it because of it? Really? I see. Zam. maybe to HDMI adapter. Like we had the conversation with the new Just Dance games. We did! It was, I don't remember when, but in the past I was talking about how there's like the subscription. There used to be 2 subscription models. There was Just Dance Unlimited and Just Dance Plus. But recently they actually discontinued Just Dance Unlimited as well. Now there's only Just Dance Plus. Yeah. It really was nice just being able to own a disc and you have your songs, you know. I just can't believe it. Maybe I should start using my Wii again for real. Trusty old Wii. Lovely some scummy subscriptions. It's so sad. So unfortunate. I don't like subscriptions. But that being said, with 2022, I was like, you know, I'll start playing again. I'll play 2022 and I'll buy 1 month of the subscription. But no. I can't do any of that anymore. I was gonna buy the 1 month for Just Dance Unlimited, but 2022, the whole game and Unlimited are just now gone completely. And apparently this happened like a month ago. If I had done this in like July, you know, I could have had a fun month. But I was a little late, I guess. I do really enjoy Just Dance though still. I do enjoy it quite a bit. It's fun. It's fun. Yeah. But also part of me gets like mildly stressed. Cause I am kind of competitive. So I don't know, I'm like I get a little stressed when playing with friends, even though it's like a party game. No Beat Saber yet? I do have it. I did play it a little bit, but there aren't that many songs in the base game, or in the DLC for that matter, that I really like, so. I was looking into getting some mods, I guess, for it to add more songs, but I just never really got around to actually downloading maps and stuff. Apex and Hanson when I get stressed. I mean, I don't know. I'm like, I have to be first. It's so silly. It's so silly, but yeah. Name shows you didn't play the whole Shrek script on Beat Saber on stream. I did not. Maybe there's Beat Saber for custom songs. I think I have it as like on my desktop. I don't remember what I was. I guess I downloaded VS Manager, but. Need to clean some space in my cave. Play some Beat Saber, I really miss it. It's fun. It is fun. I saw also, I think there's like a shuffling game, you know, at some arcades called Dance Rush Stardom. And there's like notes. And you're supposed to like step on them with like your left and right feet, you know? But I think I saw some custom Beat Saber maps where you like put the trackers like on your feet or ankles, I guess. And then it's like playing Dance Rush Stardom at home, which looks fun. I do also enjoy that game, but I also feel really awkward playing it. like, okay, normally it's okay. I'm okay, you know, if I get into the music or whatever. But I always feel really awkward when there's like down and jump, and you're supposed to like lower your body for the down ones, and then like, you know, jump for the jump ones. But it always feels so awkward doing those when there's like no notes for the feet. There's just like a duck and jump. Like I feel so awkward just jumping randomly and ducking. I don't know, but I watched someone else play it, and they looked like pretty normal doing it. So I was like, huh, you know, it doesn't look awkward at all when they do it. Maybe I don't need to feel that awkward either. And then I was actually there with one of my friends, and she said, yeah, you looked so cool. You don't look awkward at all. So I was like, oh, really? So I'll try to have more confidence next time playing, I guess. Fun. Shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling. Deepest non-existent. Imagine. Okay. Oh my gosh. Look! I just remembered. So, this phrase has kind of been haunting my mind. But, so, you know, in Pokemon Masters, right? You can raise your friendship level with some special characters, special versions of the characters, I guess, called Lodge units. But so, I got Marnie the other day, and so I was raising my friendship level with her. Or I've been raising it with her, I guess, for a little while now, but so also it's like there's like three options, 3 topics to choose from, and you're supposed to like pick one of them to talk about with the character. And there are like items you can use to like see. So like there's a topic or like a theme. There's a theme to the conversation that they want. But you don't actually know what it is, so you have to kind of guess. And then if you get it right, then from there you can proceed. There's an item that lets you like see what it is at the start. And like there's like a whole strategy to it. Like you're supposed to, if you use all the items, you're supposed to avoid picking the topic or the theme topics that fit the theme for the first 2 rounds. Because there's an item that like lets your, I forgot what it's called, but there's like an interest level or whatever, but it prevents the interest level from going down the first 2 times, so you're supposed to avoid it. And then you pick one that fits the theme, and then it's like max time or whatever. And then you earn like extra points. But then for everyone after that, you lose some of the like the I don't know, interest level or whatever. And then it's like random how many turns you'll get. But so, and then there's like an item that you can use to like increase the multiplier of points you earn from the interactions. But it like, so the one I use is usually the middle one. There's like least expensive, middle expensive, and most expensive one. But I usually just buy the middle one. But so if you use it, it increases their interest level by like 20%. So I usually try to get their interest level like to 80-ish percent, 85% before I use it, so it's not wasted. Cause another way for the interaction to end is like if their interest level goes all the way down. So you want to avoid that. And it like, the number it goes down by like increases as time goes on, as more turns go by. But she keeps ending the interaction before I can use the items. And then she's like, wow, we sure nattered on for a while, huh? I'm like, no, we didn't. That was only like 4 turns. That's not a long time. Like, I feel like average is maybe like, I don't know. It gets to like, maybe at least like around like 7-ish turns, you know? So I'm like, no, we didn't. I didn't even get to use my item. But as I was finishing talking just now, and I was like, let's move on to the game, I was about to say, we sure nattered on for a while. It's haunting me. It's haunting me. But we did actually talk for a decent amount of time at the start here. Oops. I mean, I guess it had been a little while since the last stream, so stuff happened. There were things to talk about. Girl, yeah, she is cute. I'm like, man, I should play Pokemon Sword Shield at some point. I want to see the long Meowth too. Yeah, interesting mechanics. It's fun to hear you nod around. Well, I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. Actually, let me see. I made some hot water. I heated up some water. I added honey to it, but it was like boiling, so I'm not sure if it's an okay temperature now or not. Seems kind of warm still. I mean, I want it to be warm. I just don't want it to be like too hot to drink. Let me try taking a sip. It's hot. It's hot. Too hot to drink. My tongue. Okay, I'll leave it open for a while longer then. But yeah. Oh, but back to the Pop-Tarts though. I was thinking about it, cause I think there is a thing, right, that like in the US, that serving sizes, they have to be like reasonably what one person will eat. So, like, I think they used to, like, for a lot of like ramen packs and stuff, right, they would like split it, and they would be like, one pack is like 2 servings, and each serving, like, this is the nutritional information or whatever, right? But I think they stopped doing that, right, because of this rule maybe, because like usually one person would eat like a whole pack, right? But then, so I was thinking, it's always bothered me. Why are there 2 Pop-Tarts in a single like pack, you know? And then there's like the 5 packs or whatever in a box. Are people really eating 2 Pop-Tarts at a time? No hot chocolate? Not today. I'm so excited for it to become winter though. I'm so excited. I can't wait to wear warm clothes and be nice and cool and comfy. I'm so excited. But 2 toast nuts. Are you not eating 2 Pop-Tarts at once? No! I eat one, and then I like fold the like packet over, and then I wrap it in plastic wrap to save it for another time. I feel like 2, I don't know, I think 1 is enough. I think 1 Pop-Tart is enough. Renan chat, hello young moon, welcome. But do you eat 2 Pop-Tarts at once? Do you eat 2 Pop-Tarts in one sitting? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I've always just eaten 1. Nice work on discipline. I don't know. I feel like they're kind of sugary, you know. So I take it only one. Oh. For every Pop-Tarts I eat both. Not one sitting for me, but usually 2 stings in the same day. I see. Really? That's so crazy. I guess this will be... I'll make it a poll. But, Oh, also, so I was trying to like connect my AirPods to my PC earlier, and it was really annoying. Because the sound quality was really bad, so I tried doing various things. But in going through my like settings and looking at the names of the devices on my computer, the Kafka keyboard is just like called Kafka. I didn't realize, but I like that. Anyways, there you go. It's in the same sitting. Yes. I don't like saving food. It takes time to preserve, and I don't preserve it gets stale, so I simply consume all. I see. Oh, that makes sense, I guess. Strawberries best. For Pop-Tarts, I do like strawberry the most. And I do really like the frosting. Oh, actually, that reminds me. Okay. I have a poll for later. I won't say it for now. So it's a secret. It's like related though. But no, I actually have to Google what Pop-Tarts are. Oh. I guess they don't have them where you're from, huh? You just clicked, oh really? Oof. Pop-Tarts are great for sharing. And then like strawberry. I enjoy strawberry flavored things. I enjoy strawberries in theory, but I don't actually like the fruit that much. I like them aesthetically. I think they're really cute on cakes and desserts and stuff. And I enjoy the flavor. But yeah, I don't know why, but I like actual strawberries I don't like as much. And so, how many hours has it been? Well, I started this stream like 40 minutes ago. For the game, I have this many hours so far. We did it for the poll. Oof. It do be like that. Strawberry's kind of tasteless. It's like, I don't know. I think I just don't like when they're like... I don't like when they're sour, but I also don't like when they're too sweet. And like, I don't know, something about the texture. But I do like strawberry slices like in cakes, you know, like in the middle, in the cake layer. Then I think it's okay. But yeah, I guess eating a whole strawberry is not something I would enjoy. 17/9/2024, remember it with your mind? Okay. I hope that's not like a spoiler for the game or anything, but... Hot fudge sundae Pop-Tarts aren't all that. I don't think I've ever had them, actually. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, have I only gotten strawberries? Strawberry flavored Pop-Tarts? Oh, that being said though, the frosting on the top, I think this is what I was saying earlier, but I think that's like my favorite part of it. So I could never imagine getting the like unfrosted strawberry Pop-Tarts, you know? Like, I don't know. I feel like they could reduce the sweetness of the filling and still have the frosted part on top, and I would enjoy that quite a bit. Maybe then I could eat 2 of them at once, I don't know. You don't like sweet things, huh? Yeah, well, I mean, I like moderately sweet things. That reminds me though, the other day, I went and I got boba with a friend, but I just got I got 0% sugar. But whenever I do, the baristas always like ask several times. They're like, 0%? I'm like, yeah. And I was talking with my friend, but she looked at me like I was crazy. But it's like, I don't know, there's already like sugar from the syrup from the like pearls, so I feel like there's no need to get sugar in the drink too. I feel like it's sweet enough. Whole family bag of seasoned vinegar, just only one Pop-Tart. I mean, I can eat a whole family-sized bag, but I won't feel good after. I will immediately regret my decisions. Actually, I spoil it for 2 days from now. So I can run 2 days? It's an option? Yeah, at some places at least. 0%. Heart will feel good though? Yeah, I guess so. Like, I don't know, yeah. It is funny though, cause I do love the aesthetic of like desserts and sweets and stuff. And I have like decorated cakes and stuff in the past, but yeah. When I eat like American cakes also, I scrape off the frosting. I don't need it. It's like, it's too sweet and too rich for me. If it's more similar in texture and taste to like whipped cream, then I'll eat it. Unless there's too much of it, in which I will still scrape off some, but yeah. Kinda funny, huh? Sometimes simply looking at desserts can be comforting. So true. Are you able to eat fondant like as a preference thing? Okay, well, in small quantities. Like, maybe like maybe a penny-sized piece of fondant would be okay. Because it kind of reminds me of gum. So I don't mind the texture, at least. It is sweet though. Maybe half a penny. But like, if I'm given a cake slice with fondant on it, I would probably just peel it off. Yeah, I wouldn't eat it. Frosting is gross. You're the frosting too? I see. Haven't heard of fondant. It's like, yeah, it's used to create like a very smooth outside on cakes and like create like marble texture and that kind of thing. Yeah. It's like, I think it's more common for like super fancy cakes, like wedding cakes and the like. Super extravagant tiered cakes rather than your everyday cake. Yeah, I've ever had sweet fondant with all my homies and I hate fondant. Isn't it usually pretty sweet though? Like, I think sugar is probably one of the main ingredients in it, right? I don't know actually, let me see. I'm gonna look on nutrition. Okay. I'm looking at Wilton. Decorator preferred. White fondant. Fondant icing. Serving size is 2 tablespoons. And in those 2 tablespoons, there's 27 grams of sugar. Which is 54% the daily intake. Sugar is the first ingredient on the ingredients list. I'll send it if you would like to take a look. Where's my mouse? Which frostings can be great? Maybe just overloads my taste buds? Maybe, huh? Well, thanks for chatting. Good to serve the stream. It's been cool listening to your people and take care. Alright, see you, Doublehead. Thanks for watching. But yeah, I'll do my best. Oh, I just realized I forgot to set up the heart rate monitor this time as well. Oops. But yeah, it is getting colder, but not as fast as I'd like. I wish it would hurry up, speed it up a bit. But oh wait, I just remembered. But so in my friend's car, you know, it like if you play a song and then you don't like queue up anything after, it'll like autoplay a song based on the first song you played in the car. But my friend started with like Hamster Dance one time, but then it just started playing like random children's songs. But there were these songs that were like trap songs, but for children. But so there's one, it was like how did it go? It's veggie time. Now do the veggie dance. 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 There's this one part of the song that goes, I love veggies. It's so funny. The songs themselves are actually like fairly catchy. I'm like, I need to listen to their whole discography. Now do the veggie dance, eh? Now do the veggie dance, eh? Now do the veggie dance. The cringe are great, both. And then there's another one, it was called like the phonics song. And it starts off with like a little dialogue. And I don't know if it's like an actual child or someone putting on like the voice of a child. I feel like it's probably an adult doing the voice of a child, so they, like it's not like, I don't know, child labor or anything. You have to be able to hit the notes, right? To some extent. But they had like a dialogue and they're like, I can't remember what they said after, but then it just goes like, they go through the whole alphabet. It's like, I don't remember what word they chose for A. What's a word that starts with A? Let me look it up, actually. I can look up the lyrics. Let me do that real quick. Or maybe... Okay, where's phonics song? Okay. Maybe... I don't know if this is an actual child. I don't know. Wait, Wait, let me listen to it real quick. I'm gonna mute myself. I'm gonna listen to it. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. Silently vibing, yeah. Okay, so this is how it goes, like... shoot, I already forgot. This is the phonics song! Got us reading all day long! This is the phonics song! Phonics song! What sound does that letter make? What sound does that letter make? Break it down, sound it out, yeah, you heard. Put the sounds together, now we're reading words. A says, apple, apple. B says, the ball. C says, cat. D says, the dog. The dog. And they go through the whole alphabet. It's so funny. That was very not. I can do some talk with the guy at the engine. No, these are like songs for children. You know, but they don't sound bad actually. Like they're well produced. I'll send the link. You can listen to it if you'd like. No, I need to mute the game audio for a second though, so I can find it on my computer. It's so funny. It's so funny. Just like hearing this in the car. Oh my gosh, it has so many views on YouTube. It has 173 views. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize it was a video. I gotta watch the video later. Clickety Kafka, yeah. It's just so modern, you know? It's good though. It's good though, honestly. It's good. Please give it a listen. I'm gonna see it on tour. Maybe I should. Okay, anyways. Let's get to the game. For real. Alright, continue. Load. Yeah, there is. Okay. Oh, that's right, we were in the hospital. Ah, and then there was, that wall, right? That was painted, like, super dark. I'm gonna get, heart rate where did I put chocolate? I remember. Oh, it's here. That was a non-creepy house, like cute and understanding Hazaki-san. Yeah. That's right. She was sprouting some stuff last time. Yeah, Ayase was missing. Bootlegger made an instant classic. Yeah, you're so right. Okay. Cacao. We had to violently save the stream. That's got it. Dun. Ah. Man, my head kinda hurts a little bit. Hopefully it'll get better. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, number 7. Let's go. 007. But this pain had a different nature to it, or so it felt anyway. Actually, let me take some headache medication, just in case. I hope this water isn't too hot now. Let me test it out. It's kind of hot still. Man, I don't want to like dry swallow the pill. Maybe I'll go get some room temperature water. I will BRB real quick. Okay, I'm back. Right over 100. Just from walking. Oh yeah, before this stream though, I was just dancing with YouTube videos. It was fun. I wonder what my heart rate was at then. I guess I could use this heart rate monitor outside of stream too. Okay. No, maybe I should drink a little more water actually. Also, man, I'm really in the mood to go karaoke. I really want to karaoke. I mean, I guess I can do it at home with Joy Sound, but I kind of want to go to a place. I don't think, yeah. I feel like I need to sneeze. No. We know karaoke in November, but the song selection was dry. Oh, I see. Damn. I love karaoke. It's so fun. It's so fun. I just went semi-recently, but I want to go again. I might try to see if I can like gather up a group to go or something sometime. It's like I could go by myself, but then it's like kind of expensive. It's fun to sing with other people too. But I guess it is also kind of nerve-wracking to sing in front of people like that, so. Noises us too. Oh, thank you. I was thinking also, like, I haven't done a karaoke stream in a while. So I could also just like Joy Sound karaoke for a stream, but it's not, I don't know. It's not as fun as like doing it like by myself when I'm streaming it, cause like I don't get to hear my voice with like the echo, cause there'd be like double of my voice and stuff, so yeah, it would be too delayed, I think, but maybe I could do like I'm karaokeing with the TV, and then you're just getting the audio. It's like you're in the room, kind of. Audio quality would probably be pretty bad, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Interact with the crowd. Are you doing great or half stream? Yeah. She's really performing. Yeah, pretty much. Well, yeah. Yeah. With the if I just with Joy Sound, it doesn't feel as stressful, I guess, in a way. But I don't know. I think actually, I think I've gotten better about doing things in front of people, like singing or whatever, because I do stream. So that's been good, I guess. Still get nervous, but yeah. I really want karaoke. I want karaoke. You're being more social, yeah. Yeah. But I was gonna say also for karaoke, if you want, I feel like there aren't probably that many karaoke places, like Japanese karaoke places in the US, if any. At least I don't think there are any like in my area, but if there are any Korean karaoke places near you by any chance, there's a good chance that in their song list they'll also have Japanese songs. So like, you know, like Joy Sound is like a Japanese karaoke company, you know, and they have like their selection of songs and whatever, but there's a Korean one called like TJ Media, and if you find a place that uses it, they have quite a bit of like Japanese music as well, so it's nice. And then, you know, of course they have a lot of Korean music too, so like K-pop and whatever. And the karaoke at anime conventions? Oh, I see, I see. Trying to do Japanese songs, not Disney songs like at the convention. Yeah, maybe you can see there are any Japanese or Korean places near you. Yeah, karaoke's so much fun. Yeah. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff I want to do. Yeah, so I'm busy, but yeah. Realistically, karaoke shouldn't be expensive. Yeah, it was so nice. It was so cheap when I was in Japan. It was so nice. Actually, I say that, but I forgot how much it was. But like, yeah. I don't remember. Also with like the Japanese karaoke places, you have to like order a drink. I think when you get the room. I don't remember if it's like, yeah, I think you just have to order at least one drink per I don't know if it's per person or per room, but even with buying one drink, I think an hour of karaoke for me was like maybe like 1,500 yen, just like maybe like $10. In America, I think it'd probably be like 20 an hour or something. 20 to 30, probably. So, a great price, yeah. I think I chose like a slightly more expensive drink too, so if I like got something simpler, probably would have been cheaper. But, yeah. I can't remember if that was like for 1 hour or 2. I know one of the times I went karaokeing by myself, it cost me that, but I went karaokeing by myself for 1 hour one time and then 2 hours another time, and I can't remember which it was for, but Yeah. It was so nice. It was so fun. Karaoke in Japan. I just really like the scoring system. It's so fun. It really gamifies it. And I like games. Okay, anyways though. Anyways. Chaos Head. Let's go. I do want to game today. Had a different nature to it, or so it felt anyway. I needed something to drink. Just trying to breathe hurt my throat, likely because of all the gasping and wheezing I'd been doing. I casually looked around the area. My eyes then landed upon the clipboard Husky-san had been holding, and the very next moment, what was scrawled on it entered my field of vision. Crucifixion. Whenever I'd gone in for a checkup, Husky-san had always been writing something on that clipboard of hers, all having the same gentle smile on her face. I thought that she'd been writing down the prescriptions she planned on giving me, my temperature, things like that. Oh yeah, I was like, what if we look at her and she's like different somehow, like she's scary. But I guess she's not here right now, right? Like she left to go do something. But she might come back, so I'll still remain slightly scared, just in case. That was why what was drawn there was beyond my comprehension. Okay. It's it looks like a Muppet. I like the eyes. But also, I guess, yeah, this isn't, it's not like the actual crime scene, right? This is more like what Takumi saw. Like, it's not just on, like, not the body, the clothes. It's, like, in the body and stuff, all the little stakes, so. Interesting. I had seen it before. I had already seen this shittily drawn sketch somewhere before. Oh. Wait, you have? Wait. Was it on the internet? I don't remember. Oh, where had I seen it? My head ached. A stabbing pain pierced through it. The hairs on the nape of my neck stood on end. Don't look at me. I picked up the clipboard. Countless medical forms were clipped onto it. I went to flip up the page. I was scared. The second piece of paper had the same drawing. I flipped to the next page. The third was also the same. That's scary. And the fourth, and the fifth, and the sixth. Each and every one of them had the same drawing scribbled on, again and again and again. This drawing... was the crucifixion. Okay. Evening fell on the roof of an old building in Shinsen, the building atop which Nishijo Takumi's container house stood, still as death. He did? It was Aoi-san's second time visiting it. The first time had been a few days prior. Following her encounter with Kozura and Takumi in Sentergai, she had gone on to tell the boy in secret. Ah, I see. Through this, the location was set in stone in her mind. Sena-san. Fumio. Sena regarded Kozura in a cold manner, refusing to even turn around to view her sagging shoulders, nor her long face. Sena had come here to infiltrate Takumi's room. Nishijo Takumi is not normal. That was the conclusion she had come to after speaking to him many times. There was no doubt in her mind that he was distinctly different to normal gigolomaniacs like Kozura and herself. Did he possess delusional abilities so abnormal it proved terrifying? Or could he perhaps be receiving some form of artificial support? Regardless of which it might be, the uncertain nature of Takumi greatly bothered Sena. 31, checked out the arcade. As of the current moment, she was searching for a man known as Hatano. There is a very real possibility that Nishijo Takumi had some kind of connection to him. She had no conclusive evidence of this, but through investigating even the most slightly suspicious things with her own eyes, possibilities would be torn down one by one. And with such methodology, she would find her target with absolute certainty. That was Sena's creed. The door had a padlock attached to it. With a slight scoff, she swung down her D-sword that she had promptly wheel-booted. Oh, the padlock was effortlessly smashed to pieces. Goodbye, padlock. Senna had already confirmed that Takumi had been heading from the school toward the station with 2 of his friends. Hello, Oliver, welcome. However, even if he were to find out, it would make no difference to her. When it came to attaining her goal, Senna had no qualms with others coming to detest her, or even being reported to the police. Yeah, she's cool like that. She opened the door and stepped into the room. Senna could only grimace at the disastrous cesspool of a room, the endless piles of trash forced to groan from her mouth. Yucky.
なんで楽しそうなんだ、小杖。
靴は脱いだ方がいいのかな?
With a sigh, Senna ventured deeper into the room, shoes still adorning her feet.
お人形さんいっぱい
The
な
figures!
たくみさんって変態さんだったんだ。すごいな。
Paying no heed to Kozue, who seemed oddly impressed, Senna stood before the PC. She turned the power on without hesitation and scoured the desk with her eyes as she waited. Furrowing her brow, she picked up a sheet of paper that had been left on the desk, an essay. Oh, the one from when he was a kid. The size of those eyes.
その目、誰の目だ。
Yeah. Kozue had peeked at the essay from behind Senna's back, and she was now jumping up and down in excitement.
やっぱりたくみさんがその目誰の目の人だったのら。コズピーはパンパカパンタンタパン。
In vast contrast to Kozue, Senna skimmed the essay with disinterest, then casually flipped it over. The very next instant, her eyes widened in shock. Something was drawn there. It was... We saw this last time.
ポンピー、人がいっぱいだね。IR2だって。
Yeah. IR2.
セナさん
IR. The sound of gritting teeth escaped from Senna's lips. Her expression was far more grim than usual, and the hand holding the essay trembled with anger.
そうか。西条。IR2 を生み出した。
IR2.
張本人か。
She forcefully stifled. Her voice forcefully stifled. She crushed the sheet of paper in her fist. Okay. Is there gonna be confrontation? I left the nurse's station and stumbled around the hospital, my mind buried in fog. I was doing everything in my power to avoid thinking about what I'd just seen. Before I knew it, I found myself standing at the landing of the staircase, with Misumi-kun gazing outside by the window. Oh yeah, he was there too. Actually, where's Mimi at?
汗びっしょりじゃねえか。顔色も悪いし。
I guess we never found her, huh?
顔色悪いのはいつもか。もしかして走って探してたのか。そりゃバテもするぜ。
I wiped my sweat away and tried desperately to feign composure.
リミと岸本。
Oh.
見つ
Oh,
けた
both
ぜ
of。them. Dang. Good work. Despite what he'd said, I couldn't see either of them. Then, for some reason, he pointed outside the window. Huh? They're outside?
あそこだ。
What are they up to? Once I caught my breath, I approached the window. I could see the outpatient ward from it. The outpatient and hospital wards were separate buildings, accessible through a corridor connecting them. They weren't all that far apart, though. The hospital ward had many floors, and the landing I was on looked slightly down on the roof of the outpatient ward. Oh, I see. On that roof, shrubbery sporting red flowers formed a makeshift garden, and it seemed to be a place where patients went to relax. In the center of the garden, I could see Nimi and Ayase. Ayase was wearing pajamas, and she was discussing something with Nimi. Those two shouldn't know each other,
な
right?
んか妙にシリアスに見えねえか。
It almost looked like they were glaring at each other. Suddenly, Isa closed in on Amy and slapped her right across the cheek. Oh my gosh. Even from where I was standing, I could tell that she hadn't held back one bit. Isa then walked away from Nimi. She was heading in the direction of the passageway, so she was probably going back to her hospital room. My man! I nodded. Even after being left behind, Nimi didn't move an inch. She simply stood there.
あの二人ってトラブル抱えてんのか?
If there was, I knew nothing about it. Damn. I readily went along with Misumikun's proposal to pretend like we'd never seen what we'd seen. We then decided to leave Amy to her own devices and return to Ayasa's room. The state of my body had mostly recovered by now, and God's gaze had vanished. It was to the point where it felt like that horrible sickness I'd been feeling had never ever been there in the first place. Misumi-kun let out a sound from in front of me. I looked up in response only to see Ayase walking over to us. Oh. Her head hung slightly limp and her gaze pointed downward. Her steps were slow and lacked any energy. Her face was very pale and her expression was, to no surprise, intensely somber. We had somehow managed to bump into Ayase right in front of her hospital room.
Kishimoto-san.
Misumi-kun gave the most eloquent greeting possible for him, to which Ayase raised her head in surprise. Oh. She looked at me and then, despite seeming like she was on the brink of tears, she smiled at me. Why had she done that? Had she heard about the uproar that happened in front of O-Front, about all the shameful things I'd done? Or was she just being friendly? The former would be beyond depressing.
俺たち君のお見舞いに来たんだよね。つうか岸本さん、パジャマ姿も可愛いじゃん。
His passive pickup artist had activated barely any time at all. Talk about rushing the objective. Although Ayase had treated Misumi-kun pretty coldly before, she didn't do that this time. Instead, Ayase opened her door and invited us in. She didn't show a single hint of having slapped Mimi just a few minutes ago. How is Mimi doing? Is she okay? Was she hiding it well, or had she just already gotten over it in such a short time? As per usual, I had no idea what Ayase was thinking.
やっぱ見舞いに来たのは正解だったぜ。今日は好感触だ。
Misumi-kun gave a small fist pump while Ayase wasn't looking, and excitedly entered the room. I reluctantly followed after him. In all honesty, I wanted to head home with Mimi ASAP. I didn't have the courage to say anything to her. I didn't know the reason why, but being so fiercely slapped like that must have made her pretty depressed, and I knew I didn't have the words to encourage her. Ayase sat down on the bed and Misumi-kun very casually sat beside her. Talk about daring. I couldn't help but be taken aback by Misumi-kun's mode of attack. Oops. Ayase gave Misumi-kun a single glance before fixing her gaze on me. Being stared at so blatantly put me at a loss for how exactly I was supposed to respond. I didn't know what kind of expression to make, so I just ended up looking down at the floor.
怪我どう？もうなんか必要なものあるなら遠慮なく言ってよ。俺がすぐ買ってきてやるぜ。
He focused intently on Ayase's hand. If I had to guess, he was scheming on how best to grab it, that refined, slender hand. Should I just go?
あ、小説とか読む？俺さ、ウラジオオルキ黙示録詩編ってのが好
He's
き
just
なん
saying
だ
that
けど。
because we saw the book in her room, right?
匠、
Leaving Misumi-kun's question unanswered, Ayase called my
君
name.
はグラジオールの7騎士の一人よ。
あ
The slide away! Right. Even the mayhem surrounding her attempted suicide hadn't been enough to change her at her core. Oops.
やっぱり導きだったんだわ。
Quietly, dispassionately, Ayase narrated about what I could only call a totally chuny storyline.
君の邪心はとても強大。
Your wicked heart is immensely
だからこ
powerful.
そ言うことなしなのよ。黒木、君が今経験している苦しみはすべて神罰。大いなる意志による試練なの。それを乗り越えたときに理想、そして現れるのよ。邪神の黒木大臣。 あらゆる崩壊を飲み込み、邪神王の身を砕くことのできる。と現実なの。グラジオールも、ディソードも、カマイたちが、その証よ。実在しない現象は、後世に言葉として残ることはない。
Sorry, this is a little unrelated, but her talking about all of this had me remembering. But earlier today, I was talking with one of my friends, but we were reminiscing about there's this one time we took a picture together, and like somehow it was like, you know, we had like set the phone onto something, and then there's like a timer, right? For when the picture would be taken. But we were like talking, and then all of a sudden it was about to like take a picture. So we all just like randomly picked a pose. But we all somehow ended up picking the same pose. Which was, we made like, you know, a heart with our hands. Like we each made, you know, a heart with our two hands. But we were reminiscing about it, and then I, in my head, I was like, it was the morphogenetic field. And then I ended up explaining to her. I was like, well, you know, I played this game series, and there's this thing called the morphogenetic field, in which like information was transferred. And somehow that was how we all ended up choosing it. But anyways.
知っている？語源を。
And she was like, what? and then I showed her some of the animations from ZTD.
構えたち。
Man.
それは、
Escape, what a game series.
信じて、グラジオールを倒すのよ。
That was fun.
一緒に。
You'll defeat Gladiol together. Gladiol. I remembered that name. Let me save. Also, my honey water is a good temperature now. Yippee! I've been drinking it. Okay, back. Speaking of morphogenetic fields, I remember I wrote a college paper. I thought it was a sporting point once. Really? That's cool though, that's fun. 9 holds a special place in my heart. Yeah. I like 999 a lot. Gladiol, I remember that name. I'd seen that term back when I'd first been researching D swords. It seemed that D sword was a term used in literature and pseudepigrapha relating to the legend of Gladiol, or more specifically, a sword in it. I wasn't really sure though. As I continued to think, Misumi-kun quietly got up and started to walk toward me. Okay. He went to go right past me, but just before he did, he put his hand on my shoulder.
俺もうついていけねえや。あとは任せた。
With a sigh of exasperation, he left the hospital room. Leaving me alone like this wasn't fair. Ayase hadn't shown even a hint of interest in Misumi-kun leaving. It was almost like she was pretending he had never even been there in the first place. She was always like this. Always so detached from everything. It felt like I was looking at someone fundamentally different from normal people. No delusions for us? Yeah. No delusions. I was thinking about it, and it's like, well, you know, I don't know. I don't like missing content from a game like this. But then also, it's like, I don't know. I think we've seen enough. So, yeah. Probably no more delusions unless needed for, like, the story or, like, completionist things, I guess. For my sanity.
あの時の花壇。それで悟ったの。君はすでに目覚めている。
僕はギガロマニアックスじゃないよ。
ギガロ？何？
I guess she doesn't know the term.
せぬ。そう。彼女、一度だけ会ったことがあるわ。
They actually
グ
have
ラ
met
ジオールの
before.
黒騎士よ。彼女。
Black Knights of Gladio and Gigalomaniacs. They mean the same thing?
とにかく僕は違うんだ。理想度だった。
神罰を乗り越えて、そうすれば剣は召喚される。
神罰。
苦しみ、心的負荷の爆発、
Suffering.
心の扉の向こう側、あるいは精神的拷問。言い方はいろいろ。
Man, Ayase.
僕、これまでにもたくさん苦しんできたよ。
In the past, she was tortured. So terrible. Even now, I was still suffering. It's each other's swords, can't they? I was the laughing stock of Japan. The police thought I was a murderer. Shogun and Yua were terrorizing me left and right. And everything went down to me. Oh yeah, that's why she had the bandage on her arm last time, so we couldn't approach her.
私は精神病院にいた子供の頃の話。
あ、うん。
I already knew. I'd seen it online. But why was she suddenly bringing it up?
そこには5年弱いた。
Just under 5 years.
私の心はとても弱くて、だから攻撃した。周囲にあるものすべてを、同時に自分のことも。
Ayase's voice was a faint murmur. The girl that sat in front of me wearing pastel pajamas and tracing the creases on the sheets with her fingertip showed no signs of the strength she'd once had at the concert. Ayase, the Fez from back then, had she even been real?
私はよく窓ガラスを割っていたの。問題児ね。
A faint smile formed on her lips.
割れたガラスの範囲。
何が？
Oh, she's seeing. Oh, sword.
何年もそれが何なのかわからなかった。
I see.
ようやくそれがディソードだと施設に入って4年ほどだ。それまで私はある日施設の職員が一斉に入れ替わって
Every single
私は
employee.
何ヶ月
Oh, I
いろい
see.
ろな拷問をされて心が壊れてしまう間際に大いなる意志
I was wondering if it was like a normal hospital at first, but I guess it was. And then suddenly.
やっと召喚できたの。
拷問って。
それが神罰だった。邪神を打ち破る力を手に入れるには
So
純粋なる
basically,
邪神が必要。
she was telling me I needed to suffer more? Otherwise, I would never get a sword? If that was the case, then F that. I didn't want to experience any more pain. I'd already been broken down over and over again. I just wanted to be left alone. At my wit's end, I felt the urge to scream and shout. I want to scream and shout. Let it all out. Ice's voice didn't allow me to.
すべてはお告げよ。すでに
Fine revelation.
渋谷に集っているはずなの。あとは全員急がないと。セグラジオールの
I
手
heard
に
the
よっ
other
て。
ones. Yeah, I think we had counted them last time. There's Sana, Kozue, and then Takumi. And there's Ayase. Maybe Rini, question mark? I don't know if she's like a knight or like, what if she's like a whole other being, you know? Like, I don't know. And then I guess, yeah. Well, there was that one person who we saw talking to like Nozomi person in like an office or whatever, right? I mean, we didn't actually really see that person, but I guess maybe them as well. That's like 6. I said I don't know about at this point, yeah. I mean, it makes sense, you know, like he's already not doing well. To be told you just need to suffer more. With both our shoulders drooping toward the ground, Misumi-kun and I descended to the first floor of the hospital ward.
俺もうこれまでの俺のポリシーはなタクかわいいけどそりゃ間違ってたよ素直に梢ちゃんだけ狙うことにする
Kozue is also a little Not exactly sure if that made things any better. I mean, we couldn't an actual girlfriend he was dating. That's right. I keep forgetting that he actually does have a girlfriend because he's always doing this.
お前マジですごいな岸本のあの脳みそお花畑の話よく30分近くも聞いてられるよ俺尊敬俺は3分も持たなかったこの俺がだぞ
Don't ask me. This face. Barely listening to Misumi-kun, I focused on my surroundings as I walked. And then I found a dazed girl standing in front of the outpatient lobby. Mimi. From a side view, I couldn't see even a trace of her usual energy. She seemed deep in thought as she gazed up at the lingering sunset, her hair fluttering in the chilly breeze.
Oi! Mimi!
Mimi quickly turned after Misumi-kun spoke, her face brimming with surprise, and gave us a big wave. What if Misumi-kun is the seventh night? Imagine. The sight of her smile filled me with relief. I instinctively ran up to her. Of course, I couldn't exactly bring myself to hug her or anything like that, so that was as far as it went.
タク、感動の再会だね。また会えて嬉しい。
どこほっつき歩いてたんだ
病室、どこかわからなくて、あちこちさまよ。ひどいよ。置いてくなんて。
Mimi made a show of pretending to
お
cry.
前が先に行けって言ったんだろ
そうだったね。で、岸本さんには会えた？
As I nodded, I noticed Misumi-kun was grinning very obviously beside
お
me.
前岸本に
Oh,
ビン
he
タさ
brought
れて
it
た
up! Oh!
何のことでしょう？
Yeah, we saw that. The guy's letting queen strikes again. Oh. Mimi must have wanted to hide the fact that Ayase had slapped her. That was why I'd been avoiding the topic and leaving it at that. Read the room, Misumi-kun.
隠そうったって無駄だぜ俺は一部始終を見てた
Oh.
某家政婦のようにな
なんだ、バレてたのか。
Yeah. Her face now pointing down at the floor, Mimi gave an awkward sigh and gazed up at
もし
me.
かして、タクも見てた？
Well, I mean, you know, we happened to be there.
そうだ俺とタクで決定的瞬間をバッチリ見てた
Dude, you don't just say that. Oh. Okay.
なんだ、
Alright, let's just save again here, I guess. No, we'll just choose no delusion.
それじゃあ、屋上に行ったらちょうど岸本さんがいたから、つい気になってたことを質問しちゃったの。そしたら、機嫌損ねたみたい。
What'd you ask her? What had she
なん
asked?
だよ気になってたことって
ね、
All has to do with all of this stuff, right? The swords and everything.
剣を見せてって。
No way. Kodimi, could she really see D-swords too? For a split second, that was my assumption, only for it to be immediately proven wrong. Did we bring up that Ayase has a sword to Dimi?
ほら、
Were we talking about
タ
it?
クが前に
Yeah, I
剣
guess
の
we
こと
did,
話してたでしょ？だから、私も見たいなーって。
Is that for real, or is she just
それで引っ叩かれたのか？
saying that
意味わからん
as an excuse? Was she talking about something else?
岸本って剣の話ばっかしてるのになさっきも病室に入った途端グラディエーターがどうかと言い出して
Gladiator.
マジビビったぜ
I mean, he was the one who brought it up being his favorite book at first, right? The three of us walking shoulder to shoulder, we made our way through the outpatient lobby. The outpatient reception was already closed, meaning very few people were still there. However, the large TV screen at the end of the lobby was still surrounded by around 10 or so
何
people.
かな？
また新しいニュージェネでも起きたんじゃね？
My body stiffened at what Misumi-kun had so casually said, but immediately after that, Mimi... Oh, that makes all sense in context. Nonchalantly grasped my hand. Thanks to the warmth of her hand, my fear stopped there. The tension in my mind felt like it was melting away. Mimi was my sole support. Mimi gave me peace of mind. Mimi would stay by my side. It might be a little too optimistic, but I felt that as long as Mimi stayed by my side, I could barely, just barely, endure any fear that might come my way. Thank God, Mimi was here for me.
二人とも来てみろよ。
Misumi-kun already made it to the TV and was urging me and Mimi over to it. All the other people there, patients both young and old, and even some nurses, had gathered around the TV. Their eyes were glued to the screen. What the hell is going on? Is there another case, or...? The two of us moved to a place where we could see the TV with me, guided along by Mimi's hand. I then timidly turned my eyes to the screen, and when I looked at the captions on the screen, I was completely dumbfounded. Okay, Eugene culprit arrested? No way. It was a news report announcing the arrest of the new gen
繰り返
culprit.
しお伝えします。
Huh. Can't see their face, huh?
今日午後3時半ごろ、警視庁渋
Actually, I
谷
guess
署
we
は
did
い
learn
わ
last
ゆる
time.
ニュー
The
ジェネレー
police...
ションの狂気と呼ばれる渋谷で発生した
Both
一連の
Sue
殺
and
人事
Bond, they
件
were
のうち、
saying... I guess Bond isn't part of them anymore. He got fired, right? But they were saying that Takumi wasn't, like, the main suspect for the case. For the series of cases, I guess. But, Does the detectives look familiar, though? Is this Sue? Usually don't see him from the side like that. I can't remember if that was the color of his suit or not. But...
9月29日に起きた通称貼り付け殺人事件の容疑者を逮捕しました。殺人容疑で逮捕されたのは無職狛枝慎吾容疑者25歳です。
Oh, so sorry, this is like unrelated again, but I was thinking of making a playlist with like game OSTs that I like, you know? But so I was listening to like Godo's theme again from Ace Attorney, and it's so good. Godo, such a good character. I need to I was doing another playthrough of Ace Attorney a while ago. I guess maybe I don't remember how long it's been now since I started my replay through, but I should get back. I should do it again. Get back to that. I was thinking maybe I should try playing through it in Japanese. This attorney is so good.
容疑については先ほど渋谷署で行われた記者会見の通り、今のところ太田久さん殺害についてのみで、
Oh, I see.
他の事件に関する容疑は今後追及していく構えです。狛枝容疑者は太田さん殺害については容疑を認めており、
So good, yeah.
交際している女性が太田さんにしつこくつけ回され、カッとなって首を絞めた。しかしゾンビだったため死なず、
I guess it was also
貼り付けにして動きを
like
止め
seeing
た。
her kind of, I don't know, you know, the hair color with like the purple orbs. Just the color scheme, kind of, you know. The face. But yeah, it is so good. He was a zombie and wasn't dying. I crucified him to stop him from moving anymore. Okay, let's read. Tips for zombie. A person that has been resurrected from the dead. They have lost all sense of their original self and can only move at a slow pace. But in spite of this, they are still ferocious and often attack people. One theory states that zombies originate from a practice seen in voodooism, a practice in which a wrongdoer is placed in a near-death state using a tetrodotoxin-based powder known as zombie powder. These victims are then accidentally buried alive, suffering permanent brain damage due to the lack of oxygen. I see. Zombies are scary. I used to get nightmares. I was always scared of zombies. There's like this one time, like after I don't know, I was trying to get over my fear of zombies, and so I ended up reading like some book series where there's like a zombie apocalypse happening. But then the summer after, I got like so many nightmares. I was having a nightmare like every night. This is when I was like younger. But so I would sleep like with my parents. But every night I would be so scared. I'd be like, it's happening tonight, zombie apocalypse. I was so scared. But it was okay. Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
などと意味不明の供述をしています。警察の調べでは、狛枝容疑者には現在交際している女性がいないことが明らかになっており、薬物を摂取していた疑いもあるとみて捜査を進めています。
I was in a state of sheer disbelief. The zombie apocalypses, we still have them here in Europe sometimes. Oh. The TV screen was repeatedly broadcasting a recording of the suspect being transported by car. The flashes coming from the mass media surrounding the car made the screen flicker violently. I think these days, though, maybe I'm better. I think at consuming scary media in general without getting nightmares. Maybe. Maybe. Like, I guess I don't really consume zombie apocalyptic content really these days. Well, I don't know. I guess apocalyptic is not me. But I remember though, several years ago though, I did read this one fan fiction. But it set the characters in, like, you know, an apocalyptic world, with zombies and stuff, and, you know, there's, like, all the typical stuff in it, like, you know, cannibalism and, you know, zombies attacking and whatever. But I was okay after reading it. And I think it was a good fic. I really like that writer. So yeah. I wonder how they're doing. Let me check their profile real quick. But they had not like uploaded anything in a long time, so I hope they're doing okay. I'm like, I'm a fan. But on one of their fics, they like talked about how they actually like write books. Part of me is like, maybe if I read more books, I'll like eventually come across their like author persona. But no way that would happen, right? Like, there are too many books out there. Yeah, they've not uploaded anything since. I also, yeah, I would say their username, but also I don't want to expose myself like that. But they write so well. Yeah. It's been a while though. Wherever they are. What they're doing. Yeah. I think I've talked about this maybe before, but like there's this one line from one of their fan fictions that they've written that I don't know, it really resonated with me. But I think about it every now and then. But it's something like how did it go? Like well, basically, the gist of the line was like, you know, kind of equating pain with being alive in a sense, I guess, you know? Like, yeah. Like, if you're to be born from fire, then, of course, when you live life, there's some pain. But you have to keep on going. I keep getting junk messages. Delete and report junk. Okay. Anyways. The suspect was completely covered by his jacket, so I couldn't see his face.
Taku,
Amy whispered to me as I stared at the TV screen, her hand squeezed my
やっぱ
own.
りタクは犯人なんかじゃなかったし、将軍っていう人も単なるいたずら
Yeah,
だった
silly little prank.
楠木さんだって間違った推理をしてただけ。ね、 これで
I really wish we
何
could
もかも解決。
see the face though. A neat little bow.
もう見えない影なんかに怯えることないんだよ。
She was right. Since the culprit behind the crucifixion had been arrested, that automatically meant it couldn't have been me. I hadn't been sleepwalking, nor did I have multiple personalities. This proved that I was completely normal. And at the same time, it also disproved that I'd seen Mimi covered in blood at the scene. It wasn't real. It had to be a delusion I'd come up with. It was over. The nightmare that had been tormenting me without end for almost a month was finally over. Being afraid of shadows, being afraid of God's gaze, trying desperately to get a D sword, none of those things were necessary anymore. But even so, why? Why was there this feeling of unease deep within my chest? Shogun being a prank and the person behind it was just stalking me. For shits and giggles. It just didn't feel realistic. Happy ending play fanfares. Woo! I wonder though, you know, they were still kind of, the police were still interested in Takumi though, right? Like Suwa went to the hospital to try to get his like medical records. So what kind of role did they think he played in it? Maybe I was only thinking like that because I'd pretty much forgotten all normal logic and reasoning over the last month. Why'd he get cut off? My phone vibrated in my pocket. It was on vibrate, but phones still weren't allowed in the hospital. I let go of Amy, exited through the front entrance, then pulled out my phone.
はい。誰
I braced myself. You May Pass might have started playing again. I quickly went to check the name of the caller. Okay. Calling restricted. But it was a restricted number. I was hit with a really bad feeling. But when I frantically went to hang up... Oh no. Is she okay? The horribly pained voice that come through the phone was unmistakably Nanami's.
ななみ
何なの右手を返して。
Well, that's spooky. Yeah, I guess so. Oh, is this Is this the legendary Ghetto Froggy store? The shop specializing in Ghetto Froggy merchandise was known as Top Frog. Check out the new arrivals. Wow, look at all that Ghetto Froggy merch. Get a cute Ghetto Froggy. Oh my gosh. That pun was likely an attempt to leave a good impression on its customer base, but Bon could only sigh at what he felt was akin to a dad joke. Oh, that's right. He learned about it from Yua. At present, Top Frog had about 20 branches established around the capital region, and it was showing no signs of slowing down in its expansion. Val is currently visiting the very first branch situated in Harajuku, a place often cited as paradise by the biggest Ghetto Froggy fans. Val, however, quickly came to regret this decision.
なあ、ゆあちゃん。帰っていいか?
What, you don't like the Ghetto Froggy shop? He spoke in a low voice to Yua, the girl that had guided him to the shop.
でも、百瀬さんからゲロカエルンを買ってくるように頼まれてるんじゃ。
だってよ、おじさんだけ明らか
What do
に
you
向いて
mean?
るからさ。
Ghetto Froggy is for everyone. Scores of young people happily trotted along Takeshita Dori, but the vast majority passed by without even so much as glancing at the shop. There's so many of them. Only a few people are standing inside the actual store. Look at those eyes. Check out the new aisles. Hot. A sale? Get something while they're hot. It's fun trying to decipher this extremely blurred text. The sale now? On sale? No. More? Wow. Wow, maybe. Get what while they're hot? Get on? It's so short. It looks like it would be like a... Oh, get 'em, maybe. Get 'em while they're hot. And I was like, it looks like it'd be 2 letters. Maybe it's just them shortened to Well, maybe this is on sale now. Get 'em while they're hot. Oh, maybe this is like Ghetto Froggies. Ghetto Froggies on sale now. Get while they're hot. In fact, aside from Bon and Yua, there are only 3 customers in total, all of which were high school girls. Ah, I see. Due to Bon's unkempt appearance, walking along Takeshita Dori with Yua inevitably served to portray him as a man of obscene intentions. I mean, could he not just be like her dad or something? How old is he actually? He was just going to buy one of the plushies that was so popular nowadays. But that was what any stereotypical pervert would say, a notion that brought down Bon's spirits considerably. On top of that,
なんか誰かに見られてるような気がするんだよ。いい年して自意識過剰かも。
あ、それ、私もです。最近、誰かの視線を感じて。
なんで？ゆあちゃんの場合は心配だな。ストーカー。
そんな。
安心しな。そんな奴がいたら俺が逮捕してやるから。
Resolving the topic with a grin, Bon stared fixedly at the various frog characters lined up along the shelves.
ところで、ゆあちゃんはここに来るのは何度目だ？
My bad. My bad.
私も初めてです。
I don't think I can stop. Well, I guess if I stop playing the game, that means I would stop watching them, right? But...
あんまり客がい
Oh,
ない。
that's right. She said it was her friend that got her the one she has, right?
静かなブームってやつなのか？
金曜日から日曜日にかけて
Friday to
すごく
Sunday.
混んで、
Those friends, that's all along.
新作が発売されて
What if I look
週
away
末の
like
間だけ
this?
ですね。
Do you think they won't be afraid anymore? only winning goose to not play, indeed. Yeah, I guess so.
特に金曜日はものすごく並ぶらしくて、学生のために18時に販売開始
Also
なんですけ
interesting.
ど、
The poll is pretty even, huh?
その行列
Overall.
だけで竹下通りが埋め尽くされるとか。
6 p.m.
週末だけね。
Found me to pick up 2 of the teary Ghetto Froggies that had released last week and headed to the register. Yua, not buying anything herself, followed behind him.
射精
The store employee was a vacuous-looking man in his 20s. His hair had been dyed green and he had earrings in. If he were not behind the register, he certainly would not look like a clerk to the passing observer. Is he like... Did he dye his hair themed to Ghetto Froggy? At the very least, it was no outfit to be serving customers in. The employee stared at the two without relent nor restraint.
娘さんへのプレゼントってやつっすか。
そうなんだよね。はあ、この子がどうしてもって言うから。
Baby girl! That phrasing.
まあ、たまには父親らしいことしてやらんとね。
Vaughn forced a smile as they looked ingratiatingly at the younger shop clerk. Yua's gaze fell to the floor as her face turned to one of shock. Nonetheless, she did not break the father and daughter charade.
それより、このカエルに興味あるんだけど、ゲコカエルンってそんなに人気あるの？
Gecko froggies.
っていうかゲロ帰るんすよ。バンバン人気あって
Yeah, come on, dude.
やばいっす。
ああ、ゲプカエルンね。いつも週末
Did
に
you do
新
this
作
on
が出るでしょ。
purpose?
ゲロ帰るんだって言ってんじゃんマジ。
The way he's speaking. My dude, righteous. Rock
って
on.
いうか新作とかそういう言い方マジやめてよ。新ガエルだから。金土日と超並んでバンバン売れるんでマジやばいっすよ。マジでバンバン売れるっすから。バンバンっすよマジで。
Yua's brow narrowed in response to the young man. Bonkers seemed to be a favorite word of the shop clerk, and something felt odd to her about it. Why is he emphasizing part of it so much, she wondered. It likely was not intentional, but it almost felt as if the young clerk was saying Vaughn's name in some capacity.
これ、メイドインチャイナってラベルに書いてあるだけなんだけど、メーカーとかわかる？
はメーカー
What is that?
つうかゲロガエルにブランドとかねえし。ゲロガエルンはゲロガエルンじゃね？それで完結してね。
They're free creatures,
おっ
man.
さんマジウケんだけど。教えとくとゲロガエルンって作ってんじゃねえから。マジバンバン生まれてっから。
They're born. Well, this clerk seems like an interesting fellow. Unsurprisingly, the conversation was getting to be too much for Vaughn, leaving him on the verge of rupture. In order to prevent this, he swiftly ended the conversation, handed over the money, then left the store with Yua in tow. Alright, well, we got the froggy.
店員の教育がなってねえな。今時の若い連中ときたらもうろくに会話もできやしねえ。大体なんだあの格好は。
Yeah, kids these days.
そうですね。
Yua came to an abrupt halt. She grabbed Vaughn's suit cuff and pulled him to a stop as well.
見てください、バンさん。
どうした？
Yua was pointing in the direction of a white 2-ton truck. It was pulled over on the side of the road, and a number of cardboard boxes were being unloaded from the cargo bed. The boxes were carried one after the other into the back of the Ghetto Froggy shop.
明日発売になる
ゲロフラグ
デジカエルの新作か。
ゲロカエルンです。
ゆあちゃんよく見つけたな。偉いぞ。
いえ、そんな。
Usually, the cargo bed of a truck would have a company name or a logo emblazoned on it somewhere, but the one before Vaughn and Yua was completely blank. However, the cardboard boxes being carried inside had something resembling a company name written beside a few Ghetto Froggy illustrations.
有限会社振興。聞いたことあるかい？
Faithworks Limited.
ありません。
となれば困った時のももちゃん頼みだな。
Yeah. Momose knows everything. She's just that good. We parted ways with Misumi-kun at the station, then headed straight back to my base. The whole way there, it felt like I was stumbling my way through a nightmare. Nanami's face kept popping into my mind, and each time it did, her expression was different. Are we gonna run into Senna now? Nanami had always been the type to wear her heart on her sleeve. When she was angry, she'd puff out her cheeks and pout, and when she was happy, she'd smile so wide it'd make even me embarrassed. Memories of all those different expressions made my heart thump again and again, almost painfully so. That phone call from before, the things she'd said, what the hell had they meant? That could only mean that the bandage wrapped around her arm when I'd seen her at school must have been... Where could she be now? At school? Or maybe she'd already gone back home? Moses-san knows everything, but are we willing to pay the price of the
ほら、
knowledge?
前見て歩かないと転んじゃうよ。
I'll see. Supported by Nimi, the two of us came out on the roof. Are we gonna see the broken padlock?
どうしたの？
Okay, wait, let's save. Oop. We need to do that. We save real quick. And then let me go to the restroom actually real quick. I'll end this poll now and then I'll start a new one, but pretty much 50-50. I mean, it says 50-50 in the poll right now, but I think once you vote, I don't think you can change your answer, right? I think double red said misclicked, so it's not actually 50-50, but really close. Okay, new poll. Okay, I'll be back. And I guess I'll take off the heart rate monitor. But yeah. Which do you prefer between Pop-Tarts and toaster strudels? I'll be back. I'm back. I knew those tasty. I really eat sweets, and those are definitely not the kind I usually consider. I mean, they're like, you know, American, like, child breakfast items. Thank you. I don't know if I would eat them now, to be honest. I think they'd be too sweet for me, but I did enjoy them. Well, okay, with Pop-Tarts though, sometimes I do get like an off-brand version of them. And I'll eat one every now and then, but yeah. But personally, they're like similar, you know, Pop-Tarts and toaster strudels. I think I prefer toaster strudels. I like the pastry more. And like, I think it's fun to put on the icing yourself. But now I get strawberry flavor for the toaster strudels as well. Oh my gosh, also speaking of Pop-Tarts, I remember there's this one time when I was younger, I was eating one of them, but it was like, I don't know, I think I was at some kind of after-school program or something. I don't think it was YMCA, but it was like something similar to that, I guess, I don't know. But, I remember they gave us Pop-Tarts, and then I opened mine, and then I just remember there was like an ant there, and I was like, oh. Oh. And I think for a little while after that, I just didn't eat any Pop-Tarts, because like the sight of it being on the Pop-Tart, I was scared. I was scared of seeing more. But then I started eating them again. Okay. Come on.
これから実家に帰ってみようと思うんだ。
Oh no, sorry, this is like off topic again from the game at least, but I just remembered because we were talking about breakfast foods. Kind of. I mean, I guess I was talking about Pop-Tarts and toaster strudels, but there was I used to like eat goldfish crackers, you know, as like a breakfast too. Like yeah. We never really had like proper breakfasts, I guess, when I was growing up, but like I remember there's one time I would take the bus in the morning, you know? And so I would go to the bus stop. I just remember there's this one mom who like talked to me one time, and she was like, so what did you eat for breakfast? And I was like, oh, I had goldfish. And then she was like, that's not a real breakfast. What did you have for breakfast? And then I was like, I don't know what to say. I mean, those goldfish were my breakfast. I guess I didn't have anything by your logic, but I don't know. But then that made me think again of that time I tried to make like goldfish ice cream. And I just crushed up goldfish and mixed it with milk and put it in a Ziploc bag. And it was just like some weird triangular thing of frozen mashed up goldfish and milk. It was kind of strange. The texture was not like ice cream. I did not like churn it or anything, I just froze it like that. But I really loved goldfish. I'm just completely sound. I mean, I guess. I mean, but like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. So, okay, so then, if you only ate snacks for a whole day, would you say that you had no meals? Even if you ate the snacks as your meals? I guess you could say you didn't have any proper meals, but would you just say like, oh, I didn't eat any meals today? Even if you like ate them at like meal times. And it wasn't like you were snacking throughout the whole day. You had them specifically at like breakfast, lunch, and dinner time. Would you say you had no meals? Goldfish are yummy? Yeah, they are. I really enjoyed the like extra cheesy one and the pizza flavored ones. But nowadays I think I just enjoy like plain goldfish. Only eat snacks with all the hair. Me too busy fighting whoever asks the questions. I see. Count them as meals, just not healthy ones? Yeah. Me too. I'd probably be questioning my life choices, but... Well, okay, but, yeah. Would you guys consider, like, yogurt as a meal? Or would you consider that a snack? Sometimes I will just eat yogurt. Greek yogurt. And then I'll like add stuff to it, you know, like granola or whatever, but that's like, you know, a breakfast, right? But I feel like that's also considered a snack, kind of. Yogurt as part of a meal? Man, I really like Greek yogurt. It's so good. I recently, like, we usually get, the, like, chobani, unsweetened, plain tubs of Greek yogurt. But this time, when I went to the store, I was like, let me try this other brand instead. And I don't remember what the brand was, but it's like, I don't know, on the thing it's like probiotic Greek yogurt. I tried it out today. I tried some today. It was really good. I had it like right before stream actually. But yogurt's my go-to replacement when I can't have a proper meal for whatever reason. It's so good. So good. I love yogurt. These days I usually put I'm making it a little unhealthy by just putting chocolate chips in it, but I don't think the chocolate chips have like that much sugar in them because they're like, I get the bittersweet variety. But it's so good. So good with the yogurt. I like how, since the yogurt is like refrigerated, it makes the chocolate chips really crunchy, you know? And it's so nice. That reminds me also, I was talking with some of my friends the other day, but they were asking me like if my standards for food have like changed or anything after going to Japan, but well, okay, I was like, well, first of all, you know, in Japan, I didn't really go to fancy food places. And I ate a lot of survival food. I just had a lot of egg sandwiches, which I did really enjoy, but I realized, I think as long as like the ingredients for a dish consist of like things I like, I think my standards are like on the floor completely. Like as long as I like the components that make up the dish, I think there's no way it could be like that messed up for me. Like I would still eat it even if I didn't like how it was cooked or whatever. Yeah. Like there's this place I go to sometimes and they have this like tofu bowl that I like. And I'm like, I love tofu. Tofu's so good. But they always like I think they add too much water to their rice and they always overcook it. So I'm always like mildly disappointed, but I still keep going back. So I'm like, well, I like the tofu. Like, I don't know. But I guess I am somewhat picky with like ingredients. Like, if there's an ingredient I don't like, you know, then I would ask for it like without it or whatever. As long as I like all the ingredients, I'll eat it. I will eat whatever. But anyways, we're gonna do my parents' house.
これから
No,
急だ
because
ね。
of the phone call. This one keeps going because my whole life.
歩いても30分もかからないところなんだ。
Want to introduce me to his parents? Doki doki. We'll see.
それでその
Wow.
一緒に
That'd be a
ついて
pretty
きて
big step
ほし
to
い。
make. Oh, I guess so, huh? As I made the request, I was so nervous, my heart felt like it would burst out of my chest. I was even somewhat surprised that those words had managed to come out of my mouth at all. Asking someone for something, it was something I'd never been able to do before now. Okay. Oh, why is she upset? Mimi fell deep in thought, her expression looking troubled about something.
もしかしてご両親に紹介するみたいな流れ。
I couldn't help but gape at the ridiculous statement Mimi had just blurted
だとした
out.
ら心の準備がまだ。
違う。そうじゃなくて。
Suddenly, what a fun sound effect. A high-pitched sound pierced my ears. One that sounded almost like a woman's scream. Oh. Why is it shaking? A strong gust of wind swept over the rooftop. The air trembled. Ooh, red. My vision was overwhelmed by a blinding sheet of deep crimson. With no idea what had just happened, I turned my face to the light. Okay. And when I looked on top of the container house, there she stood. Senna? Oh. Yup. Okay. Ali Senna, D-sword in hand. What's she gonna do? Is she gonna try to kill us? The source of the light was her D-sword glimmering against the sky. But something was strange. When I'd seen it before, Senna's D-sword had emitted a blue glow. The sound vanished. The wind stopped.
答える。
Okay. Her voice was sharp, her glare cold. Her eyes glistened with unmistakable animosity.
これを書いたのはお前か。
The essay? Well, I mean, you know. As she spoke, she thrust out a piece of paper with IR2 scribbled on it. My essay. For some reason, it was all scrunched up. Why did Senna have that? Why was Senna here? Illegal trespassing. Those words popped into my head, immediately followed by the realization that she had searched my room. But what for?
答えろと言っている。
I think you should answer.
そうだけど。だから。
Next came the sound of Kozupi's inner voice. Oh, so cute. She was behind Senna. She was clinging to Senna's legs and her face was peeking out from behind them. She had an urgent look on her face as she looked at me. Okay. Right as Kozupi screamed, Senna leapt from the roof. She held the sword high and... Named to our rescue. Mimi yanked my arm and I fell backward. I quickly looked up and saw the place I'd been standing only moments prior. Senna's sword had hollowed out the floor of the rooftop. Dun dun dun. It had such insane destructive power, such tremendous sharpness, that it didn't feel real. The impact had been great enough to destroy the concrete, and yet the sword didn't even have a scratch on it. Weren't these swords supposed to be things people couldn't see, let alone touch? A certain term crossed my mind. real boot. Her sword had been real booted. Through the mutual recognition of the 4 people here, Senna's D-sword had gone from a delusion to reality. It was now a great sword that could cut down a person for real. If Amy hadn't pulled me away in time, I would have been bisected from head to toe by that beautiful sword of hers. It would have been instant death. Dun dun dun. Shivers ran down my entire body. Just now, Senna had unmistakably tried to kill me. Why? My head was overrun with confusion. The 2 of us had been eating crunchy-coons together just the other day. Kozuki had been there with us. It was true that our relationship wasn't far enough for me to call us friends, and that even back then, Senna had been acting scary the whole time. But even so, she shouldn't have hated me enough to suddenly come after me with the D-sword. Senna raised her head. She glared at me even more intensely than before. Her movements were incredibly fast, in spite of the fact that she was holding a gigantic sword. She kicked off the ground like she was starting a 500-meter dash. The tip of her sword scraped against the ground as she brandished it. Closing the distance between us, she raised the weapon above her head. In that instant, my thoughts worked out exactly what kind of situation I was in. She was serious. Senna was deathly serious. As I lay face up in a total heap, I let out a shriek. I couldn't run away. None of this made any sense. Getting a game over like this, desperately running away from Shogun, yet getting surprise attacked by Senna as a result of it. It was far too ridiculous, far too sudden. I didn't want this. I didn't want to die. I really didn't want to die. Right then, a single silhouette leapt above me and landed between me and Senna. When I looked to see who it was, I realized it was Mimi. She stretched her arms out wide to bar the way of the approaching girl. Was she putting her life on the line just to shield me? But if she did that, she was gonna die. I didn't want that. Suddenly, what Kozuki had said before reappeared in my mind. Pale light leaked past Mimi's outstretched arms. Mimi. Unifying the overflowing light, she placed her arms together. Oh? The air warped and shook. Coming seemingly from thin air, feathers of shining light burst around Mimi and danced in the surrounding air. And then, what appeared in her hands? Effortlessly blocked the fierce downward swing of Senna's gigantic sword. Wow, it was all too graceful to be called a sword. All too imperial? Imperial? Enough to easily be mistaken for the wings of an angel. Then I realized a certain fact, that she, Sakiyata Rimi, was a gigalomaniac. Wow! New sword. We did see this in... opening videos, kind of. It looks so cool. They do look like wings, huh? Overwhelmed with shock, Aoi-sana looked at the face of the girl that stood before her. That winged sword that had so effortlessly blocked the attack of her D-sword was clearly a D-sword itself. Oops. Yeah. You didn't see anything. I accidentally clicked on the window, YouTube Studio, and then accidentally resized it. Oops. It If the girl she now faced was not accustomed to wielding a D sword, she would not have been able to block Senna's attack with such perfect timing. Blinking red. Yeah. Wowie zowie indeed. Yeah. Kozo stared down at the three people from atop the container house as if she was a spectator. Her dangling legs swung back and forth again and again. Sure acting carefree for someone who ruined my surprise attack, thought Senna, clicking her tongue inside her head. However, despite her moving thoughts, she did not remove her gaze from Mimi's eyes. Her opponent had a brooding look on her face. Man, this spider pose looks really cool. Facial expression in her hair. A pose. Nishizo Takumi moaned from behind him, having sunk to the ground in a pathetic display. Senna's target was ultimately him, so she had no intention of fighting with Rimi. Besides, this was no manga, nor was it an anime, so a D-sword battle was not a particularly realistic thing to occur.
その男が何をしたか知って IR2 という公式を
知ってるよ。
She knows. Senna had been interrupted by a quiet, sorrowful, yet decisive response. Upon hearing that, Senna tightened the grip on her D sword.
それなら
タクを覚醒させればもっと大変なことになる。
その前に殺す。
あなたには無理だよ。
Senna decided that there was no point in talking further. She brandished her sword in lie stance? Before her, Rimi stood readily. Nishijo Takumi lay about 5 long strides away from her. At this distance, it would take 3 seconds to resolve things completely. Without hesitation, Senna rushed toward Rimi from the front. Aiming straight for the girl, she swept her D-sword toward her flank. Rimi attempted to block it like before, but... Dun dun dun. Senna's strike had been a feint! Her sword passed through both Rimi's sword and body. She had released the real boot. Oh, I see. At present, Senna's D-sword is no more than a delusion. It could touch nothing, it could cut nothing, it could kill nothing. But that had been her very aim. Due to having twisted her body to block the attack, Rimi's reactions would be slowed. During that time frame, Senna had already slipped past her and made it 2 steps closer to Takumi. She wielded the sword once again in an instant. This is it! Takumi faced Senna with eyes of fear as she effortlessly wielded the sword. With the D-sword that had once again become real, she moved to pierce Takumi's heart.
Senna.
Oh? Oh, who is that? Is that person she was talking about earlier? A figure flew past the corner of her vision. The instant she heard its voice, the girl, fiercely shaken by it, missed her target. The tip of the sword grazed Takumi's leg and stabbed into the concrete. It's like, okay, grazed, but still. Senna slowly raised her head and let out an angry growl. At the edge of the roof, their form lit by the backdrop of the setting sun, stood a single man like a phantom among the I never know how to say this word. Corporeal. Oh, it's this guy! His face was pale, deathly so. The pupils that resided within his sunken eyes were surrounded by bloodshot whites. His head hung toward the concrete, his face without expression. The instant Senna saw the man, neither Takumi nor anything else mattered to her anymore. The man Senna had chased after without end, her sole object of hatred. The man that had abandoned her and betrayed his family entirely. Oh, his family. Is he her dad? That very man now stood right before her very eyes. Heard NPC all along. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, he was talking earlier about, like, you know, about the one who started, like, you know, the eyes. Whose eyes are those eyes? This person might know. Like, how did he know all of that, you know? But Senna took a step toward the man, gritting her teeth to hold back her overflowing hatred. She once again brandished her D-sword. Another step
どう
forward.
しようもなかった私はお前の母さんを生贄に捧げるしかなかった。
Museum.
黙れ。
母さんの最後とても安らかなものだった。だからセナ、母さんのおかげで素晴らしい実験結果が出た。母さんは世界の
The wording of this first sentence. You obtained amazing results from the experiment. Is it more important than her life?
母さんの功績を誇っている。
黙れよ。
Blood rushed to Senna's head, rendering her no longer able to see anything other than the man that stood right before her. She dashed. It happened in an instant. Did she actually kill him? She flew at the man's breast, closed the distance between herself and it, then sunk her D-sword deep into its center. That was Senna's long-held desire. She had roamed Shibuya daily for the sole purpose of killing this man. Oh, I see. She had dreamt of the day she would kill him countless times. It had never left her mind.
やっと母さんの仇を。
She went to remove her sword, which would grant her the opportunity to move away from the man. Before her sword could come free, the man wrapped his arms around Senna and gently embraced her.
よせ、気安く触るな。
Her entire body stood on end. Him doing this now, after everything that had happened, only served to nauseate her. Long ago, in the distant past, the bond of family between Senna and the man had been severed. Even so, for some reason she was unable to comprehend, Senna could not bring herself to throw off the man, an inability that deeply surprised her. His warmth, his large chest, a deeply real presence of her father, her hands dyed in red.
私はこんなの。あ
お
なた
前が望んだ妄想だ。
望んだ妄想だよ。
When she heard that whisper, Senna immediately understood. So was that not real? Errors slipped into dead spots, psychological attacks, enchantment, seeing someone's delusions. When Senna realized her mistake, it was already too late. She lost her balance and, together with the man, her body was cast off the roof. To Senna, the ground that lay 8 stories below looked oh so far away. Oh gosh. Unable to comprehend what the hell was going on, all I could do was watch as the scene unfolded. I'm starting to lose running against the gaslighting queen. Oh, man. Oh my gosh, Senna had suddenly run to the edge of the roof, lost her balance for no reason I could see. I was about to plunge to the ground right this very instant. Is she gonna die? Her body was about to disappear beyond the edge. Can we save her? I could only let out a whisper. I tightly closed my eyes. She had committed suicide. Senna had intentionally dove to her death. I didn't understand why. As if I could understand. She'd assaulted me out of nowhere. Serves her right. That girl had just been yet another enemy. Do we get a choice here? No matter how long I waited, the resounding splat of her body hitting concrete did not come. I timidly opened my eyes and tried to see what was going on. Did someone else see her? Snow wasn't falling. Instead, she was on her knees. Nimi stood right beside her. She was holding Senna's arm. Okay. Nimi saved her? Oh. Senna threw her D-sword away and started crying like a child. What the hell is even going on anymore? From my perspective, it looked like Senna tried to die of her own volition.
辛い思いさせて ごめんね。でも、しょうがなかったの。
Mimi had done something to Senna. The usually bright and happy girl I was used to felt like an entirely different person now. A brooding face, sorrowful whispers, quivering eyes. The girl standing over there wasn't the Mimi I knew. A voice reverberated in my mind. Kozupi hadn't moved from her position on top of the container house, meaning she was still staring down at us. Those childhood traumas went into sword fight, yeah. Mimi is really good at this, huh? Psychological warfare. Dunny Dunzo. Yeah, I guess so. Clunky splatter splap. No light in her eyes. A chill ran down my spine. Kozupi was speaking with the usual airheaded anime-esque tone of voice, but the things she was saying were deadly serious. Looking at the son of the gaslighting queen. Yeah. Who would win? I was never planning to... yeah, okay. Yeah, all friends here. No one was trying to hurt anyone. We're buddies. The gears of my mind refused to move. If someone told me that everything that just happened was a dream, I'd probably believe them just like that. Yeah, the Gigalomaniac trio. An overprotective method. Come to think of it, why had Senna attacked me so suddenly? Was Senna my enemy after all? Senna raised her head as she sobbed. She made no attempt to wipe away her tears and stayed on the ground where she had fallen to her knees. Her gaze was fixed on me. Tell us what happened. I was completely bewildered. She was launching nothing but raw emotion at me. What the hell did she think I'd done? I hadn't done anything. I hadn't screwed with anyone's lives, and I certainly didn't know a damn thing about Senna's family. I was harmless as could be. She'd read my mind. The monster we created. Destroy the entire world? More Chuny shit again? I turned my gaze to Mimi for help, but she had her back to us. She stared vacantly at the darkening sky. Figure, her voice. Was the sheer loneliness they gave off merely in my imagination? With that statement, Mimi spoke as if she knew everything there was to know. Formula? The sounds of it, she was talking about me, but I couldn't follow the conversation at all. Kozupi leapt down from the container house, holding my essay in her hand. She held out the back of the essay to us. I saw what I doodled on it back in elementary school. IR2. The chaos infesting Shibuya right now had started from this? Talk about an absurd accusation. There's no way in hell some random doodle could affect anything, let alone of that magnitude. I just doodled the thing on a complete whim when I was bored or something. Probably. It was a long time ago, so I didn't remember it all that well. But I did know there was no real meaning behind it. I just copied down the numbers I'd seen in a dream. It was a dream related to whose eyes are those eyes, which I'd written about on the front. I had used I'd used those words all the time since even before I'd written it, and whenever I had, it would all take shape in my dreams more and more. Within one of those dreams were those numbers.
FUN の10乗かける INT の40乗イコール IR2。
After a while, Senna wiped the tears from her eyes. Now they were a deep scarlet. Fun and IR2. While still on the ground, while still hanging her head down in regret, she formed a sentence. I guess this probably has to do with like the GE rate and everything, right?
この公式をお前が生み出した瞬間世界は分岐したんだ
The world diverged. 望み
ノア2に搭載されている中で最も秀でているのは中核システムに組み込まれたとあるこれは人類史上未だ回答が見つかっていないとされているもの
ミレニアム7のうちの一つかね
Okay, let's read the text list. A series of 7 math problems that were published in the year 2000 CE by the Clay Mathematics Institute in the United States. The 7 problems had never been solved prior to their publication, and a $1 million prize was promised to anyone that managed to solve any of the 7. As of 2007, only one of the problems has been solved, and there are 6 remaining. Back.
億単位の懸賞金がかけられているという数学界で未だ未解決の7つの問題か
いいえその7つの中には入っていませんですが実はミレニアム7はもともと問題が8つあった
I see.
公開前に1つだけ削除されたのです
Is this real actually? The 7 at least? Millennium Prize problems. I guess so, huh? Wikipedia page. Have they all been solved now? Mathematics Institute. Oh. It says to date, there's still only one solved. Pretty fun puzzles to think about in free time though. I see, I see. Okay.
それがノア2に組み込まれている方程式だと削除された理由は
世界に最悪をまき散らす可能性があるためというところです、
一体どのような
基本相互作用における電磁気力を想定した共鳴現象それを表す計算式です
Okay, fundamental interactions. Let's read that entry. In physics, this refers to any of the 4 basic forces that interact between elementary particles. These are electromagnetic interaction, gravitational interaction, weak interaction, and strong interaction. A theory that explains all elementary particles and the 4 fundamental interactions in a unified manner has yet to be established. If such a theory were ever finalized, it is predicted that it would be able to consistently explain everything from the subatomic scale to the far corners of the universe.
これにより 特定の電磁パルスと受容体とが近接作用することで発現する未知の力が解明されました。各国が30年以上かけて開発し積み上げてきた沈黙の兵器の研究成果を、
その問題に回答を見つけた者は
Kin to
神
God
になるに
himself.
等しいというわけだ。
それを君が果たしたというわけかね。
それはとても不思議な場所から見つかりました。子供の IR2 ノア
IR2
2のいわゆるハードウェア部分はこの公式によって神に匹敵する能力を手に入れました。あとはソフトウェア部分に相当するギガロマニアックスのコードサンプルを集めれば、ノア2は本格的に稼働し、
I was just thinking, how
我々の望むものす
did
べ
they
てを
like
実
see
現し
his
てくれる
essay?
で
But
しょう。
then it's like, you know, well, in his memories, right, when he would go to see the like psychiatrist and stuff at the hospital, he remembered there being like a Nozomi employee there, so
かのアインシュタインが現代に生きていればと思うよ。彼は高い能力を持つギガロマニアックスだったと聞く。
家庭の話よりも現状ギガロマニアックスは世界中に数えるほどしかいないというではないか。
すでに5人分のサンプルは確保しました。
ノア2稼働に十分な数は集まったようだね。
ならば結構。
ただサンプルが多ければ多いほどノア2の特にどうしてもサンプルを採取したいギガロマニアックスの少年が一人いました。
Imagine Einstein wielding a D-sword. Yeah.
だからといって計画の遅延
I wonder
は
what his
許さ
D-sword
れ
would
んぞ。
look like.
ノ
They
ア
all
2の
look
本格
different.
稼働はいつ頃になりそうなのかね。
稼働前に最終実験としてサードメルトを行います。
Third melt.
また地震を起こそうと。
予測規模は
想定では関東大震災と同レベル。
関東大震災クラスだと。
マグニチュード 7.9 だったかな。
現在の建築基準と免震対策レベルを考えれば町にかつてほどの大きな損害
だが犠牲者の数はファーストセカンドの日ではなかろう。
およそ5000人ほどといったところです。少なく見積もってですが、
責任は貴様が取るのだろうな。
腹でも切って死んでみせますか。これが最終実験です。サードメルトが予定通りの成果を上げたとき、ノア2世界の可能性は我らの。
この公式をお前が生み出した瞬間、世界は分岐したんだ。分岐って。
What, like with roots? This wasn't an eroge.
もう行こう。話聞く必要なんてないよ。
Mimi pulled on my hand, pleading me to go inside my. I'm just thinking of that one meme, you know, with like all the like swords raining down, and like Nimi is like the soldier, and protecting Takumi. Nimi pulled on my hand, pleading me to go inside my room. Her demeanor oozed feelings of desperation. Mimi was afraid of something.
葵さんが言ってることは全部嘘っぱちだし。
嘘はそっちだろ。
What happens if we realize that like it was all because of us? Not gonna have a normal life and not awaken? Yeah, I guess so. Who should I believe? I guess yeah. Yeah. Maybe if we awaken, she really has to kill us? Question mark.
たかが数式になんでそんなに。
本当に何も分かってないのか。アインシュタインが唱えた E=MC の事情。 これが発表されたことで核兵器が開発されるという未来が生まれたように。
Let's read the tips list real quick. An equation in the theory of special relativity. Well, I can't speak. Relativity, as defined by Albert Einstein. It stands for energy E equals mass m times x, the speed of light c squared, 2. This equation shows that mass and energy are equivalent.
お前の生み出した IR2 もまた E イコール MC の事情と同じ。IR2 は沈黙の兵器を現実のものとした。
沈黙の兵器。
思考盗撮、視覚投影、五感制御。
Wasn't that the patented technology Sina told me about before? The one that she was investigating?
ギガロマニアックスは特別。異常ではなくなる。これからはこの忌々しい力を誰もが自由に使えるようになるんだ。IR もっとも、その前に一握りの腐った連中に独占され、人々は気づかないよ。
Terrifying. How would I have known all this? Go on and on about this till the end of time. It still wouldn't change that I didn't know anything. You understand I was speaking the truth. I never would have intentionally tried to make something so horrifying. Not in a million years. It was just a doodle made by a kid. I hadn't done anything wrong.
それなら、そのアイアーム2は
IR2
I am too.
それはギガロマニアックスの力のことをキュッピーンって説明したものなんだ。やっぱりあのおじさんが言ってたのは本当だったのだ。一番重要なのはその目、誰の目を生み出した少年なんだって。それってたくみちゃんのコートだったんだね。
Kozafi spoke in a carefree tone. I would never be able to act as innocent as she could. Just like me, Amy also showed no signs of answering. An emotional support animal. Senna, meanwhile, opened her eyes wide and raised her head with a start. She rose to her feet, staggering. Why was her footing so unsteady? Did it have something to do with what Nimi had done to her earlier?
お前、
Oopie? Senna drew closer to the puzzled girl, pressing her for answers.
おじしゃんって誰のことだ？
I guess it's her dad,
コズ
huh?
ピーに理想度の大切さを教えてくれた人。東京に来て初めてなんかね、ふぎゅーって鼻つまみたくなっちゃう格好してて、世界は終わるとか。
なんでそれを早く言わなかった？
そんなこと言われて。
あいつだ。やっと見つけた。
We've been seeing him quite around. Alright, just stop talking. I didn't say my words in the right order. We've been seeing him around quite a bit as well. Me, Damon, Kozafi, the three of us, unable to understand what Senna meant, could only watch with confusion as Senna's blood-curdling demeanor boiled and bubbled. He's getting you and you tell me you were in this.
私は
Oh.
やっと
Hmm.
あいつを殺
Still
せ。
wants to kill him, huh? Makes sense. Yeah. There had once been a certain experiment. Okay. Like, should I save this for next time, maybe? I don't know if I should start it now. It's gonna end stream soon, so maybe I'll save here. Save. Okay. Return to title menu. Yeah. Okay. Well. Let me see though. Maybe. Maybe. My heart rate went up so high. Why is cat jumped on my lap. It goes up so high whenever I'm like yawning and stretching. Is that just what they do? Is that normal? I guess probably, right? But it's kind of interesting, right? And yeah, it's at 4 AM outside. Oof. Yeah, it's just 9 here, but I didn't get like too much sleep last night, so I was also hoping to sleep early tonight. Yeah, some stuff I need to do still, so. But yeah, my stream schedule for the upcoming week. I'm kind of busy most days, I think, but I might be able to stream Tuesday and Sunday. But I don't know what I'll stream. Yeah. I guess... yeah. I did want to stream Star Rail at some point. I gotta roll. Gotta roll for facial. I've been pre-farming for her a little bit. I got all of the boss mats for her, and I've been like trying to get some relics for her. But yeah. And also part of me is like, well, you know, it could be nice to get Black Swan's light cone, but like, I mean, she already like is fine, you know. Like, I ended up getting her E1, but not her light cone. She's using S5. Oh my gosh, my stomach is rumbling. S5, was it Eyes of Prey? Sample light cone. But yeah, so I guess there's the story too, right? So maybe I'll do Star Rail Sunday and then Chaos said Tuesday? Question mark? Yeah, we'll see about Tuesday though. I'm not sure if I'll actually be able to stream. There was something I was thinking about going to, but I don't know if I actually will. So I guess Tuesday is TBD for now. I'll think about it in the next couple of hours. We'll see. Maybe I'll start. Actually, what? I'll have to look at what time the thing starts up. Yeah, we'll see. But thanks for watching. Have a great day. BC? Thanks for watching. I hope you'll also have a great day. BC? Okay, let me end the poll. But yeah, I shall go now. I hope you all have a good rest of your day / night. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Good night. See you. Bye bye.